With the Super Bowl within reach for the Bengals, Joe Burrow has a chance to become the fourth player to win a Heisman, a national championship, and a Super Bowl. The three to achieve the feat are all in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Tony Dorsett, Marcus Allen, and Charles Woodson. By the way, shout out to Reggie Bush, who also won all three, but we know what happened to his Heisman Trophy.
It was vacated. Doesn't mean he didn't win it, as we welcome in noted Bengals expert Paul Finebaum of the SEC Network. Paul, we had the privilege of covering Joe Burrow in college, and you can't put what it is, but we know Joe Burrow has it. When did he first get on your radar?
It was at the 2019 SEC Media Days in Birmingham. He had already played a really successful year at LSU, and he was sitting with me on the set. And he said, I just heard you mention that you thought I was going to be one of the top three quarterbacks in the SEC. I said, yeah. And I thought he would thank me. He said, I'm going to be one of the top three quarterbacks in college football. And I said, oh, yeah, show me. And did he ever?
It was historic what they did that year. 2019 national champions. Ed Orgeron, no longer the coach. Joe Brady caught the world on fire with him as his quarterback. So, Paul, during Burrow's time at LSU, is there a particular game? There's so many to choose, but is the one that stands out to you where you said, you know what? This kid's going to be a star not only at this level, but perhaps at the next level?
Well, there were really two, Matt. One was the previous year. Joe Burrow, in his first year starting at LSU, went to Auburn, and he led the LSU Tigers to a win over Auburn, which was really dramatic because no one expected it. He lit up, I think, about 300 yards, if I remember. And, it was at Jordan-Hare Stadium, and after that, a lot of people were thinking, whoa, this guy might be a really good quarterback. But LSU was not expected to be that great that year. It was really the next year when he started to turn all of our heads spinning.
Yeah, and look, we do this a lot because we cover college football. We work in college football. So a lot of times we're guilty of saying, hey, you know what? Sure. That guy right there could be good in the NFL. At what point did you start trying to separate Joe Burrow, Heisman Trophy winner, national champion, for perhaps NFL stardom?
Matt, it was the second week of the season. College game day was at Texas. The placards were already written. Texas is back. You've seen that movie before. And Joe Burrow just lit up the Longhorns. It was one of the most dominating performances I've really seen in the SEC in a long time. He went for nearly 500 yards. He threw 4 touchdowns. And by the end of that evening in Austin, he had supplanted Trevor Lawrence as the Heisman favorite, and everything else that happened was very predictable.
Yeah, Paul, was there anyone watching on Sunday? Because we talk about it all the time. I've said it here on SportsCenter for the last month. Joe Burrow magic. He finds a way when his team needs him most. Was there anybody watching the game? Were you watching that game Sunday when Cincinnati got the ball off the interception and didn't think, you know what, Burrow's going to make the throw that he needs to get Cincinnati in position to win?
And it comes with the confidence that you've seen. I talked to his dad yesterday, Jimmy Burrow, who's a coach. He said, Joe is still the same guy. I called him after the game. He's in the locker room. And he answered the phone. I mean, that's who he is. He's just a kid from Ohio that has never changed, even though he's making tens of millions of dollars, and he has his team on the precipice of a Super Bowl.
And here's what we know. He likes a good cigar to celebrate.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.